Sucker way longer than I've been rich, so until it levels out, I'ma take mama to the Marriott and took me so long to get it, gonna spread it out. Let them know all about me when I'm dead and gone. One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash, look at the cash, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. One in the hand, one in the hand, one in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash, look at the cash, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. I'ma need all the fries you can give me, all the hot sauce, all the pie you can give me.
All right, Coach, we welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Miami Dolphins and the New York Giants. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now a play fake here on first down. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Here's a give to Barkley. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
And he's got this down to the 35. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
To Barkley on the check down. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll be a second down. Here's Lawletta. Over the middle to Beckham. And down inside the 15 he goes. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. First trip to the red zone for the Giants. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. From the red zone now, Lawletta. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. Well, they know how to protect the pass, but sometimes cornerbacks, they can also stop the run, can't they?
Is that what we call a complete corner? Yeah, because we're so used to these guys just being defenders in the pass game. How about the guys who can come up and make the tackles? That's what we do.
And he's got his man, Beckham. Touchdown, Giants. Odell Beckham with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Giants take it right down and score on the opening drive. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that makes the score 7-0. Rosas now to kick this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. On first down, Jimenez eluding the pressure right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Wait a second, they did not accept that after the incompletion. Your look is just as puzzled as mine.
I got nothing for you here. You have to take that penalty, don't you?
It's free yards. To throw, Lauletta. Caught left side, it's Beckham. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. A first down carry for Barkley. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0. Rosas now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. So now here come the Dolphins. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early. Probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Green 39! Green 39!
To throw on 2nd down. Jimenez. Flush to his right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Detroit!
Operating from the gun, Jimenez. And this is going to be incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
On 4th down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. And problem spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
They go play action here on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. He'll let it go. He's got a man complete. He's at the 40, 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Odell Beckham, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Giants add on to their lead. Rosas good with the extra point, and it's now 21-0. Rosas now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. Oh, what a juke into space. And he's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45-yard line.
Now, that's the kind of return that warms the heart of a special teams coach. He'll be pushing us next time, Brandon, to make sure his guys are introduced in the starting lineups. These guys have such an influence on every game. The unsung heroes, remember, they have their own meetings, their own practice time, heck, their own spot on the bench in order to be ready to play each and every week.
Man open, that's Damian Ratley. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards on the play. First foray into the red zone for Miami. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. Looking to throw. Jimenez. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Strong safety Landon Collins, the one who got a hand in there, knocked it away.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down? The offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Now he's flushed out right. His throw caught at about the 5. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down. Again, he'll drop the throw. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7.
Well, surprise, surprise. 1st and goal at the 1. No quarterback sneak. No running play. They decided to throw for it, but the pressure got to him quickly and put the quarterback down.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Janoris Jenkins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a quarterback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Room past the 20. And finally taken down at the 26-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with the run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
Lauletta, he'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass.
39! Green 39!
Back to the air, Lauletta on 2nd down. He completes it right side of the lane. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
Here's Lauletta. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You got to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A good pickup there of 22. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jimenez. Being chased out left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Throwing on third down, here's Rudolph. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Dalvin Tomlinson in there to get him. And that's sack number 18 for him on the year. The kick by Sanders is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now out come the Giants. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. It's caught. Beckham. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
The pitch goes to Barkley. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Lauletta looking to throw on 2nd down. He dumps it off to Barkley. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. This quarterback now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. It's Lauletta off play action. Trying to lay one up deep. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Duke Dawson picks it. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
He's going to let the... Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play there for the Dolphins. And even 40 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jimenez Flushed out right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series before you get out there. Hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
319!
And looked like some movement there. Let's get the call. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long.
Good!
From the gun, Jimenez. And he comes back with one complete. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Throwing on first down, Jimenez. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. K.J. Wright in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. To throw on second down, Jimenez. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And who's got it? The Giants. So the defense there. Opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. On 2nd and 10, Lauletta. He hits Jermaine Kearse. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
All right, here we go. 319! 319! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 1st and 10, Lauletta. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Odell Beckham on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. Rosas True Blue on the extra point. And a rout is on here in this first half. Rosas now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but there's that special one there. I say they go get him.
Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused. Because they had to. Because
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
All right, here we go.
Out of the gun, Rudolph. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
I'm starting to wonder if this offensive line just simply doesn't like him. I mean, they've given up 6 sacks in this game. He's had nowhere to go, nowhere to run, and obviously nowhere to hide.
And all those sacks in the first half, this is just complete domination.
Gun, 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 gun.
They'll run it now out of the gun. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Fielded just inside the 30. And a fast footwork by White. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape, 1st and 10. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
On 1st down, Lauletta. Staying on his feet, forced out to his left. Steps away, and for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34, and the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Now a carry for Walton, and a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. From the 50, it's Rudolph. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. 1:57 to go in this first half. We're back to East Rutherford. But first, this timeout. Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And a nice gain of 21 yards. This quarterback now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on 1st down. Lauletta now to throw it. He's going to launch this thing, and he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. On his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Giants have got it on cruise control. Rosas now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll start with a give here to Balaj. And some room to roam now. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick, and shifty. Can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7.
Gone!
From the gun, here's Rudolph. Looking deep downfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And he's got some space here. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants.
That pick six extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Here's Walton. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Walton. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. So we've come upon half. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. K.J. Wright in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Leopard!
3rd and long, it's Rudolph. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 45. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
A lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one. Maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Here we go now. Boom, 90.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 good yards there on the run, and now 3rd down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Detroit. Detroit.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And he will take it all in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Giants use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Rosas now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
No. Check. Patriot. Patriot.
Rudolph throwing on 2nd down. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Dalvin Tomlinson in there for the sack, and he's closing in on that all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. Now Rudolph. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. Now a toss play. This is Walton. And no room that time. Getting it to about the 46. There to stop him on the defensive side, Lorenzo Carter.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Shotgun snap for Rudolph. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Here we go now.
They'll run with Walton. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. They go back to Walton. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Rudolph. On the run, let this go deep. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. So the big play nullified, a legal forward pass.
And maybe we know why they were able to get such a good chunk of yardage on that play. That pass was illegal.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Here we go.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Uncorks it, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 15, and he'll actually lose 6 yards on the return, but I don't think they care. They've got the football back. They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. He's got it up to the 15, showed off some fancy footwork there on the play. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Here we go.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Hill. Hill shedding the tackle. Oh, and now some space to operate. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a 1st down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They stick on the ground on 1st down with Hill. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
On 2nd down, Hill. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 3rd and 1.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Here's Riley Dixon now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And out come the Dolphins now. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finish off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, here's Rudolph. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Davis. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, It's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
On third down, that's Walton, and he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. Losing 9 yards there, and it also brings up fourth. Fourth down, desperation time for Rudolph. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started, 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. And they'll run it here. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
They run again with Walton. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now third down. The Dolphins on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Time for a break. This one all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. The Dolphins on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. Here it's 3rd and 2. And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And Owen coughed it up. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget. Absolutely. Now a first down carry. It's Hill. And there goes Jeremy Hill. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Well, I'd say that run's pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, this offensive line has controlled the line of scrimmage, giving them time to throw it, run it, do whatever they wanted. That's why there are points up on the board. And right now, the psyche of the offense, we're in control, and we can do whatever we feel like doing out here on the field.
And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On second down now, Hill, and a short gain here down to the 22. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
Three down.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the